Now, that's enough about rape, but we kind of have our hands tied here because we're only producing a short podcast, but moving on to the Paralympics. In all seriousness, the Paralympics are comedy gold. I'm sure James and I could sit here and discuss the Paralympics for hours on end. And when I say discuss, I mean laugh our fucking asses off for the whole night until breakfast. Seriously though, I honestly don't know where to begin with them. Well, Harry, I might interject here. Not a lot of people might find this a laughing matter, so I'm a bit disturbed that you mentioned that my name in there as well about laughing all the way until breakfast. But I have a news report here from December 2011 when the charity Scope conducted a survey on the Paralympics, and apparently less than a quarter of disabled people are excited about the Paralympics. Well, hang on a second. If disabled people aren't excited about it, then who the hell is? Steady on, Harry. I, for one, am excited. Fucking excited. What the hell are you talking about? Well, let me tell you. There are several events, particularly, which catch my eye. Something about the Paralympics that intrigues me and always has me on the edge of my seat is the swimming races, because we all must have seen that black guy a few years ago. I can't remember what games it was, but in fact I'm not even sure it was the Paralympics, but where he somehow qualified because everyone else false started or on some technicality like that, and this was a televised event, a proper event and all that, and he could barely swim, and it was a miracle that he made it from one end of the pool to the other, let alone actually race. But somehow that guy qualified, and that, as I say, that wasn't even the Paralympics. So having seen that in the main event, I can't wait to see the Paralympics, and I have some kind of vision of a race of 8 people or however many people are in a swimming race, and the starter fires his gun or whatever the hell he does inside a swimming pool, and they all dive in, and I use the word dive, they all sort of maybe fall into the pool, and they all disappear underwater, and it's a long time before anyone actually comes up, and it's questionable whether they're going to come up at all. So that's one event, the swimming, which I'm excited about, and something in the Winter Paralympics. I don't know what the abbreviation for that is, the Waralympics or something. Don't know. I always get excited about the ski jump because I don't know if there is an event for this currently, but I have a vision of the guy in the wheelchair at the top of the hill, and then someone helps him on his way and gives him a little push or shunt down the slope, and he's holding onto his wheelchair for dear life, and I'm not sure there's actually much technique that would be involved in this event, but the wheelchair just hurtles down the slope and then takes off when it reaches that little lip at the bottom, and it just flies into the sky, and I can see it doing somersaults, and if the wind blows that might set it off course a bit, but eventually it just lands in a crumpled heap on the floor. The wheels buckled, and it's if the guy in the wheelchair survives, then all credit to him, but from where that first bump appears on the surface of the snow, that's where the distance of the jump gets recorded, and champions will be made out of that event, and God knows what would happen if there was a Paralympic bobsled event. Well, that's another point that needs to be considered. I mean, you raise a fair few valid points there, actually. One that I've always wondered about myself, and I think you, James, even tweeted Ricky Gervais about this. I don't think he replied though. What happens? What's the story if say for example I just happen to be bloody good at playing wheelchair table tennis? I mean, I'm not disabled, I know you can't see me, and I know I probably sound a bit disabled sometimes, but I'm not disabled. But what, it's not outside the realms of possibility that I might be really good at playing table tennis in a wheelchair. So, if that was the case, am I allowed to play in the Paralympics? I mean, is there a rule in there somewhere that actually stipulates that you have to be disabled? Or, do you understand what I'm saying? Yes, yeah, I do, yeah. I think that should be allowed. I'm sure that the contestants would be more than happy to play you at whatever event it was. I mean, these are supposedly professional people that are doing it. And I think, say, if you were, and I'm not saying you are, if you were to belittle their event, the only way that they can qualify themselves is to actually play you at that event and prove that they're better at it than you. So in your case, if they want to play, if you're saying that you're amazing at wheelchair table tennis, they can easily win the argument and settle their point by having a game with you. And it would be interesting to see if we can try and set that up. I mean, you actually tweeted that to Ricky Gervais, didn't you, James? Yes, I did. He didn't reply. I might say, I don't actually know why I tweeted that to a comedian, because it's actually a serious point. I should have tweeted a politician or Sebastian Coe, because it is serious. I mean, they let that guy with the turbocharged synthetic blades on his legs into real athletics, didn't they? I mean, in a world of political correctness, surely it shouldn't be out of the question to let able-bodied people have a go at the disabled events.